I'm Eli, this is Charles. If you need your car fixed, you want this guy right here. If you need your body fixed, you want this guy right here. Okay, so Charles is coming in, he's a mechanic, he does a lot of work with his elbows, his hands. He's coming in with inability to turn his neck, and he's got some elbow pain. So we're gonna do some neuro manipulation, NM, potentially some visceral work. I'm just going a little bit medial. And the key here, this is Gene Baral's work. The key here is to give a small message to the liver to move medially. The liver has ligaments all around it. We're just pushing it in medially into its ligament. Giving, there it goes a little bit deeper, and then it's coming back toward me. And that's the message, that's it. It's very slight. So nobody should be worried about feeling pain in these sessions. Charles does have a history of concussion. He does have a plate. This work is safe for this. It's not contraindicated. And it's very gentle work. We're just checking the sutures of the skull to see if there's any other places we can look into before. And the pressure I'm putting is about maybe 5 nickels worth of pressure. Just a slight pushing down. And I'm pulsing my hand. Just waiting. And the body just comes back and tells me. And it's going to the right, it's long, and it's deep. And towards the back of it. So I'm going to check his coronal suture. And that feels good. So this might be a parietal suture, but what I'm really feeling is that his tentorium is needing work on his right side. So I squeeze at the mastoid process, wait for a response, and the right side does spring back faster. So now we're going to do a brachial plexus treatment. In essence, what we're doing is sinking just ever so slightly into the brachial plexus and extending it. But we're not pushing on it too much. We're giving just enough of a message so that when the craniosacral pulse expands, we expand with it. When the cranial pulse retracts, we resist the retraction, and that's where the subtle stretch happens to the nerve, which can reduce his elbow pain and also his neck pain. So to find a cranial pulse, I typically look for his carotid artery, and there it is, and I kind of go posterior to that. And Charles, when I'm on it, which it's right there, you can feel a little bit of a bump. Do you feel it's more sensitive in that spot than other spots? Okay. So that's how we find it. You do not want to press too hard on this. This is very subtle. And there's the stretch, and now I'm going to wait for that pulse. And we are in an expansion phase. Slowly. And that's a brachial plexus treatment. Any change in your elbow? Let me just check in.
No, nothing's on. It's just because of the way I've had my arms on, stretched out. The right one does feel better. It really does.
So we have a change in his elbow, which was pretty severe coming in. So
that's pretty amazing.
It's amazing what the brachial plexus can do if done correctly.